Now we are going to build another circuit called an oscillator, and then we're going to be using the op amp. It says here that the op amp is an oscillator. So basically what this circuit does, you don't need to feed it with any input. You just connect it the way it is, and on the output, when you measure there, when you measure using your oscilloscope, it will give you a periodic oscillating signal on the output. So I'm gonna be using the 741 op amp, still the same one. Just got it's an 8-pin IC, and therefore what I'm gonna do now, according to the circuit, I'm gonna take my on pin number 2, so I'm gonna connect this one from pin number 2, taking it down to ground. So I'll just connect this one here. I'll just put it like this, pin number 2, and then take it down to ground. That's my capacitor here. So basically you can even get this one using your trip 5 also. It can give you the periodic oscillating signal. So it is typically the square wave. So the other thing that I'm going to connect here, it says that I need to connect from pin number 6 here, pin number 6 to pin number 3. I need to connect the 10K, so I've got my 10K here. So I'll take it from pin number 6, which is the output. So this side I've got pin number 8 here, 7, 6. I'll put it here. And then I take it to pin number 3, which is the one this side. And therefore I'll put another 10K from pin number 3 just in parallel with the other one, and then I take it down to ground. So I'll just connect it here, and then I'll put it this side. That's where I've got my ground. And then the other thing that I need to do, I need to put this side a variable resistor. In this case I'm going to use the potentiometer this side. So I'm going to take it from pin number 6. So I'll connect it from pin number 6 here, pin number 6, and therefore I'll just put it this side to pin number 2 here. That's actually where I've put my capacitor, pin number 2, and then also the other one I'll just put it here on pin number 2. So basically that's how it is. Got my feedback resistor there, and I've got my capacitor, and I've got my resistor here, then the other one from pin number 6 to pin number 3. And then what I'm gonna do, I'll just connect my VCC here. It's going to be the VCC this side, and then remember the VCC what I'm going to be using, I'll just put pin number 7 here. That's where I'll put the VCC, and just put it here, pin number 7. And then this side I'm going to put a negative voltage on pin number 4. So on pin number 4 I'll have a negative voltage there. Then that's how it's going to be. Then this one I'm gonna put it to ground. Just put it on the side, then I'll put it here to ground, and therefore, and then on the output it will basically be there on pin number 6. That's going to be my output, and just put a wire here. That's all I'll be measuring my output. And then that's actually how you get to connect your circuit. Remember, we're going to get a square wave on the output. When I'm varying this potentiometer here, or the variable resistor, then it will affect the frequency of my oscillating signal, as well as the on time and also the off time and the duty cycle, but it won't affect my amplitude. It will just affect the on time, the off time, and also the frequency and the duty cycle of my periodic oscillating signal. So that's actually how we get to build our oscillator circuit. Alright guys, now let's try to connect our circuit and see if we're going to get that square wave, the periodic oscillating signal. So I've got my my negative voltage there. I'm gonna take it to my pin number 4, negative voltage there on pin number 4, and then I've got my common there, or my ground. I'll just take it to my ground there and put it there, and then I've got my positive voltage here. I'm just going to connect it to pin number 6. So on pin number 6 I've got my positive voltage there, and therefore now I need to connect my output. So I'll take this one here, connect it on my output, that's on my output there, and therefore I also need to take it to my ground here. So that's actually how you'll get to connect your circuit. Right guys, so now let's try to switch on our power supply and see if we're going to be getting the square wave, the periodic oscillating signal. So if you can see there, I've got my output, that is an oscillating signal, and then if I take my potentiometer here and then try to change it, you'll see it's starting to change my on time. See, now it's starting to be so fast. So now it's changing the frequency. You can see the frequency there is at about 157k, and then if I try to change this, then you can see that the frequency there is even going below 10 Hz there. So it is affecting the duty cycle and also the frequency, the on time, and that's how the periodic oscillating signal can be used. You can actually use this one in your pulse width modulation. I can have the output there, and then I can connect it to the base of the transistor, and then on the collector I can put a motor, and then when I'm busy changing this, the potentiometer here is busy affecting my on time, and then hence it's going to affect the voltage that is actually going through my motor, and then I can actually do a speed control on my motor using the circuit as the one that is giving the periodic oscillating signal, switching on and off my transistor. So that's actually how it's going to be working.